Hello everyone and welcome back to the Devlog for Real Communism, my city builder game. Let's check out this past week's progress. I did some quality of life stuff this week. I started off by going back to the laborers at the work camp. The problem I was having is that the forests and the stone deposits were being treated as impassable by the citizens. They would select a plot of forest or stone deposits to go harvest, but because of the collision settings, they would only go to about the tree line instead of going to the actual plot that was being harvested. It ended up being because the mesh's collision settings were set to world static instead of world dynamic, and now they go to the plot that they're harvesting on. Easy enough. After that, I added a visual indicator for buildings that can produce but are not currently producing. I already put in a pop-up notification that pops up when some of the buildings are finished with a round of production, but it still feels like that's quite not enough. It disappears after a few seconds, and while eventually there will be a full list of things that the player needs to do, that currently does not yet exist, and so it's easy to forget. I have now added these exclamation points to some of these buildings that will pop up and appear and stay there if either A, the building needs workers, like it's not fully staffed, or B, it has workers but it's not producing anything. This makes it really easy to know exactly what can be done in the game. Close out the week, I changed up the buttons on the build menu a little bit. I'm wanting to replace the hover widgets that pop up and show the cost to the player, and instead of using that, I just want to integrate the cost into the buttons themselves. So I did that, and then I also added a function that checks to see if the player has enough resources to build any particular building, and if the player doesn't have the amount of resources needed, the text for the resource number will turn red instead of like the brown color that it is. Not too bad of a week. In addition to the work that I did on the game itself, I also took the time to set up a new studio, aka I got a green screen, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm hoping to put together a video soon to detail the roadmap for what I expect for the game, just so that you're all in the loop on this, so be looking out for that. Please support the game by wishlisting it on Steam. You can find a link to that in the description, and if you want to keep up with the development progress of this game, you can subscribe to this channel. You can also follow me on X/Twitter at Hayden Marlowe_, or on TikTok at Marlowe Development. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.